hurt him with the left hook. Razor Ruddock is hurt now. Good body combinations by Morrison.
KLITSHKO against Corey Sanders, and was the case last year for younger brother. Hard left hand, staggers Vitaly. Vitaly Klitschko staggered by a Sanders left.
Mercer landing a short right hand inside as he holds on to Lewis, and now Lewis is hurt by the right hand. Lennox not holding on.
WBO heavyweight championship belt. Oh, Cooper with the combination, and another combination, and he has more down again.
And across the way, Razor Ruddock, the man who gave Mike Tyson 2 difficult bouts, had a shot against Lennox Lewis that turned into disaster for him.
Become very cautious so they don't open up, but Tommy Morrison, with the exception of the George Foreman fight, has always gotten in there and done major early work.
And remember, the last time Ruddock was in any kind of a major fight several years ago was against Lennox Lewis.
Don't left hook with a left hooker, but that's the money punch for both guys.
Both guys have to do it, you're right. I was going to remind people of the nice uppercut by Ruddock. Oh, there goes Morrison!
There he did.
Ruddock has not thrown many punches since he knocked Morrison down. In fact, he's thrown very little. There's Morrison with the uppercut.
Ruddock faked the left hook and almost landed the right hand bomb, and Morrison answers. Well, based on the early results to this point, Ruddock did not parlay his knockdown. No, Ruddock hadn't shown that in other fights, and it wasn't in a situation that Morrison had left himself open. They were tying each other up. He's really been able to tell when Morrison is about to launch into it.
The hook blocked by Morrison. Ruddock has done a nice defensive job. Good combinations by Morrison. Morrison absorbs the punch.
But he still paid for it.
Oh, he hurt Ruddock with a right uppercut. Razor Ruddock got rocked by the same punch to knock Morrison down. Lipton, give him a standing 8 count. That's bizarre. And eliminates the possibility of Morrison knocking him out. It's the only reason why I was critical there of Ron Lipton, who, by the way, is a very, very good referee. Beautiful combination by Tommy Morrison. The hand speed. Oh, big hook by Ruddock, and he lands an uppercut. Now remember, against Ray Mercer, Razor Ruddock not only stood up, he took a little walk in his corner.
Maybe he wanted to clear his head.
Another right uppercut. The advice given to Morrison was combinations, and in fact that has been what's worked for him in this fight.
They even gave him the numbers. 7-2-5. And they also said establish yourself down low, which is a good idea. Now, a moment ago, Ruddock had Tommy Morrison right in front of him and did not fire the uppercut. Now he gets it in.
Morrison not punching on the inside, Ruddock is. Now
Morrison has the movement in his arsenal. Ruddock really doesn't. Morrison should use it.
Good uppercut, but Morrison comes back with the hook. He's got Ruddock hurt. He hurt him with the left hook. Razor Ruddock is hurt now. Good body combinations by Morrison. But Ruddock is talking to him. Some pretty potent body punches, though, in the last round or two. Now he is forcing Morrison back. That uppercut may have stunned Morrison.
Tommy Morrison got hurt by the right hand. He couldn't bring his jab back. He was getting close to Tommy Morrison.
Morrison dabbing his eye. I don't know if he's cut over his left eye. It doesn't look like it. There's the Morrison attack to the body.
That they would get the decision or that the fight will go all the way.
But Ruddock landing some big shots here in this round.
Just as with that uppercut, his hooks have been very good.
Morrison has forgotten what works for him. That is go to the body and then throw combination. He's unable to do that. Big hook by Ruddock, but Morrison is still there. There's a hook by Ruddock, and it may have hurt Morrison. Big left hook! Down goes Razor Ruddock! What does Morrison have left?
A standing 8 here.
Now, this standing 8.
The knockdown. And Ron Lipton told us before the fight he would like to see the standing 8 not in effect here. The 3 knockdown rules not in effect because of flash knockdown.
Morrison is nailing him, though. but Ruddock is still holding on.
He needs to buy about 10 more seconds, and it's a long one. He will not do it.
Oh my, it's over. Toward the end of the round, Ron Lipton says, I have seen enough. Tommy Morrison comes back to win with a TKO here in the 6th round.
Now take a good look at Razor Ruddock if we can focus on him. That's not the look of a fighter who should not be fighting anymore in this bout. But the 3 knockdown rule comes up to bite him.
They celebrate here in Kansas City.
And you talked about Sanders' generous tummy and loose chest, both now visible in the ring, particularly in contrast to the statuesque Vitali, who is mostly muscle out there. Reaching across the top with the left. Klitschko coming back with a left of his own. Sanders hasn't landed anything solid so far, to the degree that he did a year ago in Germany against Vladimir Klitschko. Maybe already he feels like this is a different thing, but Sanders lands a left and now lands a quick right over the top. There's a big left hand from Sanders, and Vitaly Klitschko took it pretty well and comes back with a right of his own. Takes another left. The thunder has begun. First round much kinder to Vitaly Klitschko against Corey Sanders than was the case last year for younger brother. Hard left hand staggers Vitaly. Vitaly Klitschko staggered by a Sanders left. Vitaly trying to hold on as Sanders tries to follow up. 10 seconds to go in the round. And it's not going to be called a knockdown. That Sanders left failed to make clean contact. Vitaly just dodging the straight left that time. Squared up against the ropes, but he could be getting ready to lash out with one of those. Body shots by Sanders, backing Vitaly off. Vitaly goes back after it. 2 jabs and a right hand. And a straight right hand lands flush for Vitaly. The right hand straight was the best punch of the fight so far for Vitaly Klitschko. There's the hard left hand by Sanders.
Followed by 2 more.
3 of them right in a row. 2 of them connected, and Vitaly felt them. Big left hand from Sanders. Stuns Vitaly. Klitschko backing up in trouble. Gets hit again. Last minute of the 3rd round, Vitaly Klitschko starts to hold on. Slugfest in the center of the ring. Can Sanders land another big one? Hard right hand by Vitaly Klitschko. Another one. Sanders takes them both pretty well. 3rd straight right hand by Vitaly, and he steps away before Sanders can set the left. 2 more. Sanders misses with the big left. Vitaly pounds him twice with the right hand. And some lefts. If Sanders isn't going to experience something like a second wind, it appears that Vitaly Klitschko could walk home from here. 3 bashing power shots by Vitaly. Big right hand lands for Klitschko.
Sanders is hurt.
He wobbled on that one. Vitaly's trying to put his man down. Sanders wobbles with 10 seconds left in the round. Referee watching closely. Looks like Corey's going to make it out of the round, but no.
If he can get to his opponent, he could change the fight.
Sanders gets in a left as Vitaly Klitschko, getting offensive, opened himself up. Puts him straight. Oh, big left hand knocks Vitaly back. What a comeback it would be for Sanders if he came back and won the fight after what happened in the last round. Neither of those landed as cleanly as the first. Big left hand swing by Sanders, and Klitschko gets in a couple more.
Now he throws the right.
Just when I said the action had slowed, now they're trading power shots. Vitali landed a right, Sanders landed another left. Straight right hand stopped Sanders in his tracks. Left hook lands, right hand lands. What a show of courage by Corey Sanders as he takes shot after shot with blood streaming down his face.
Just a brawl.
Sanders flailing like a drunken sailor there.
He's ready to go, Jim.
And Vitali Klitschko is going to try to finish it right here.
Eats, sleeping, and drinking his opponent. So he's focused on Bert Cooper. So here we go. Scheduled for 12. Do you think we'll go anywhere near that? Moore landing with the left hand. Cooper has Moore up against the ropes. The body shot, the right hand. Moore blocking one right, then he takes it.
And he's hurt.
And
Michael Moore is out on his face.
Michael Moore!
That fight is over if Joe O'Neill doesn't give him a count right here, but Michael Moore looks like he's out cold on his feet.
A long
Straight right hand.
Michael Moore. Bert Cooper goes after him. Moore went down at the hands of Bigfoot Martin before he got up to win that fight. But in the surprise here, Cooper got him down in the first round.
But he just hurt Cooper with a short little left hand himself.
Moore digging in a body shot. Cooper responds with a couple of his own.
Cooper goes down! Out! He is stretched out. His mouthpiece came flying out. Got caught with a right hook.
And Cooper absorbing more punishment. And Moore all over him again. Oh, and Cooper! How was he able to stand? And still 27 seconds remain. And Cooper trying to fight back. Cooper without the mouthpiece. What an eventful first round this has been, with both men knocked down and both nearly out. Final seconds of the round, and Cooper has Moore hurt again. And that's it for the round, and the crowd on his feet.
Well, obviously, Cooper, the punches that he got hit with were those two right hooks, and he's continuing to drop his left hand. He's got to keep those up.
Body shot from Moore. Left hand. Moore. And Cooper goes back at him. What a heavyweight brawl this is. Oh. Moore landing the body shot, then the uppercut. And now Cooper fighting out of it. Should he get one? Now he hurts Moore again with the right hand. Another right. And Moore up against the ropes. Moore digs in the body shot. Cooper with the right hook and the uppercut. Old-fashioned heavyweight war. The waning seconds of the second round.
Well, those are little shots.
Cooper with the right hook.
Little shot thrown by Moore to set up big ones.
Left hook from Moore to respond. In the black, fighting for the vacant WBO heavyweight championship belt. Cooper with the combination, and another combination, and he has Moore down again. Here we go. 2 knockdowns to 1 in favor of Bert Cooper.
Moore should be boxing a little bit more at this particular point.
Now he knocks out the mouthpiece again for the second time.
Of course, Tony Ayala Sr. in Moore's corner is telling him to use the ring more.
It's turned into a free-for-all here.
That's really where he does his most damage, on the inside.
Michael Moore needs to start putting combinations together. He's throwing one shot at a time. Cooper can see him coming, so therefore he's able to cover up.
Perilously close together once again.
Well, it's starting to bleed just a little bit, but he's got Eddie Aliano in his corner, who's one of the best cutmen in the business. Well, I'm wondering if his legs just can't get him out of the way, or this is his game plan. This is where he wants to be.
I fought Cooper. Cooper's so strong on the inside. The first round, he kept me on the ropes. He has to get off the ropes to beat Cooper.
Right.
By Cooper's right eye.
And Cooper's right eye is starting to open up a lot more. And see, this is what Michael Moore should do. At least try to get off the ropes and spin out to the middle of the ring where he can use a little of his reach.
And Moore continues to live on the ropes.
Good body shot to the liver, which really backed Bert Cooper off for a second there. Oh!
And Cooper lands again.
Wow.
He continues to use the strategy. Backed up against the ropes, fighting from there, landing.
That eye is looking real nasty. Oh, great right hand by Cooper.
Oh, good right hand, and then the left for Moore. It started with the right, and now Moore has Cooper up against the ropes. Oh, but down he goes.
Amazing.
He got up at 9.
Sure. Tell you,
It's over.
That's it.
Michael Moore, the WBO heavyweight champion.
But he can take another step toward public acceptance here because most fight fans know how tough Mercer is, even if he's a little raw. Mercer sticks a jab to start things off and tries to land a right hand that could shake Lewis up early.
Well, Ray Mercer's been in with one of the best jabbers in boxing than Larry Holmes. Whenever my wife see guys with legs like that.
Mercer, a hard puncher, landed a right hand there, or only landed 9, I should say. So that's a low connect rate, but it's the activity that matters more.
Why go down and bob and weave? Never teach a tall guy to bob and weave.
And there he brought himself down into range for Mercer's right hand.
And as you can see, you give the other guy courage.
Crowd rising in excitement now as Mercer pins Lewis against the ropes. Most of the Garden hoping for the big upset here. Mercer lands an uppercut inside and now gets a short overhand right in.
Mercer any courage. Mercer's strategy should be to stay close, win points.
Mercer lands. Good combination by Lewis. Mercer momentarily stunned. Lewis trying to leap in with the right hand, and Ray holds on.
It was that uppercut that started that combination and hurt Mercer.
Uppercut. Another terrific combination at close range by Lewis. Mercer holds his arms back as if to say, I would have to guess it was one of those uppercuts that started it. Mercer landing a short right hand inside as he holds on to Lewis, and now Lewis is hurt by the right hand. Lennox not holding on. Mercer pounds away. And a great right uppercut by Lewis, and Mercer comes back.
What a round. This big crowd has come for.
Right hand was blocked. He's stuck with the game plan so far. Lewis trying to turn everything around with one big uppercut inside. Mercer pops him in the face with the jab. Mercer landed a hard right hand counter, and Lewis is momentarily stunned again.
Whatever he does, he can turn this fight around. It's equal right now. It's an even match.
Mercer again with a right hand counter inside. Good footwork, good combinations, and narrow the margin on the Letterman card.
Now that's the Lennox Lewis right hand he's been waiting on all night.
Handle Lewis, and he doesn't want to see him fall out of contention.
hand for Mercer. Crowd rises in anticipation of the possible upset. Lewis knocked off balance by a left hand. Break! Closing seconds of the round. Lewis trying to flurry. And that's going to do it.
Round one begins. Referee David Fields operates out of New Jersey. He has had a tendency in the past to be relatively slow to stop fights.
When you're over 40 years old in order to get in shape to fight.
Joshua throwing more power punches early. Little left hook there.
The drama here for this crowd is not just them rooting for their countryman, Anthony Joshua. In terms of his body language, Klitschko does seem more aggressive than against Tyson Fury, whose height and mobility seem to throw Klitschko. Joshua a bigger puncher than Fury.
As we go to round number 3. And you can see that our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman, is scoring the fight. We'll talk to him in the 4th round.
Klitschko talked about the motivating, it was difficult to get motivated.
And it's very true, Max, that it happens. But once you do, you see the bounce in his legs. You see him down to 240 tonight. That tells you that he was truly motivated in training and that he did realize how it feels sometimes to not be champion.
Joshua missed with an uppercut, landed with a left hook. Fires a right to the body and just misses with a big left hook upstairs. 18 fights.
Guys, Joshua's boxing very well so far. You know, the questions going into this fight, given what you mentioned, Roy, his kind of thin amateur pedigree.
You heard Jonathan Banks between rounds telling Klitschko, you're letting him get brave, you're allowing him to take the play.
And judges don't have the benefit of replay.
Oh, Klitschko hurt. Klitschko's hurt. Klitschko's hurt. Klitschko's hurt bad.
Joshua has Klitschko.
Yeah, Klitschko's hurt bad.
These shots are landing.
Left hook upstairs.
Yeah, Klitschko's hurt.
Klitschko trying to grab and hold. Joshua trying to go ahead.
And he's got a cut under his eye. Klitschko's cut under the eye and he's hurt very bad. And there he goes. Down goes Klitschko.
Big left hook.
No, it missed. Joshua just had to remember to go to the body and not run into nothing big himself. And Klitschko is throwing big shots now because he's desperate.
Joshua misses with the uppercut.
Oh, good right hand by Klitschko. Followed by a hook by Joshua.
Klitschko's used to guys falling down after they land shots like
another good hook by Klitschko. Right uppercut back. Oh, Klitschko got him.
Joshua's in trouble.
Yes, big trouble.
Joshua with his hands
left hook by Klitschko. Right hand by Klitschko. Joshua wobbling. Comes back with a left hook. Now both fighters are a little tired.
Both very fatigued.
Let's see who's got something left. Klitschko misses. The task of trying to land another right hand to get the blood to start flowing again. Left hook Joshua. Left hook Klitschko.
And he's taking more gambles like that.
Right hand. Down goes Joshua. Now both fighters have been on the canvas.
Because he can do things that Joshua can't do because Joshua's feet are out of tap.
If Joshua makes
trapped
it
in the corner.
through this.
He's aggravating Klitschko mentally.
There it is.
So
Body shot by Joshua and another right hand upstairs.
Lots of things can happen.
And like we said, if it goes the distance.
Joshua gets in a left hand body shot. Crowd like the right hand upstairs.
Joshua also doesn't want to let Klitschko off the hook.
Left hand lands for Joshua. Body shot for Joshua. Uppercut. Tremendous shot. Vladimir in trouble. Joshua's trying to finish it. Right down. Down goes Klitschko. A minute 30 left in the round. We could be looking at the end of Vladimir Klitschko's amazing career. Second knockdown in the round. Every punch is aimed at ending the fight. Body shot, left hook upstairs, right hand. David Fields is going to stop it. Anthony Joshua wins.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, I know Joshua came in with a belt, but that is how you become the heavyweight champion of the world. That was a great heavyweight championship fight.
A spectacular fight. The best fight at the summit of the heavyweight division in as long as we can remember. Maybe since Lennox Lewis versus older brother Vitaly Klitschko.
It was a year ago when he crushed John Ruiz in just 19 seconds. And he's coming off an 11th round TKO victory 2 months ago. There's that big sweeping right hand from David Tua. IBEABUCHI, though, look at this. Returning fire with a 4-punch combination.
Again, boxing's not the hardest thing to figure out in certain instances, and it's no secret that he should use the jab and punch from a distance with Tua.
Crowd here in Sacramento getting a chance to see two men who may define. Are you surprised by the work rate? It just seems like IBEABUCHI never stops working here.
It's almost like, I mean, if you didn't know better, you wouldn't. And then pump the right hand right behind it.
There's a right hand from David Tua coming over the top.
It doesn't necessarily matter how it begins, it matters how it ends. And it's beginning pretty good for IBEABUCHI here, but you know, you want to keep motivation up. One thing I didn't like is that he asked him, how do you feel? So you've got to negate some of that, because right now, right in front of him, I don't think Tua's used to this, but he's got a guy that can...
Instead, IBEABUCHI with two left hooks. Now Tua sends the left hook to the body. IBEABUCHI, 16-0, 12 knockouts, by far the biggest fight. Most recently, that was in April. Fourth fight of 1997.
If he stays outside, I mean, he's winning. He could win these rounds easily.
Good body work from Ike. There's that left hook from Tua, his signature punch, and he catches him again.
But Ike stays right there with him. He's not afraid.
Left hook of his own. Tua now opens up with a left hook, and IBEABUCHI returns fire. Good stuff between two undefeated heavyweight prospects. But with that left hook landing in the fifth, and the subsequent right hands and double left hook, and here now a left hook in the sixth.
So that's where the mental aspect of boxing comes into play in the corner.
Uppercut by IBEABUCHI, and then 4 punches by David Tua.
But the big difference is Tyson had those fast hands, and on the inside he had blistering combinations that he let go to the body. And Tua hasn't done that. I haven't seen that from him at all, really.
IBEABUCHI working more than Tua on the inside. That's a spot where Tua needs to take advantage. Oh, good short right hand by IBEABUCHI. IBEABUCHI throwing punches between the punches of David Tua in that sequence. Right lead, left hook by Tua. Good sequence by Tua there. If the judges were impressed early on with IBEABUCHI and his commitment to keep punching, oh, very nice left hook by IBEABUCHI, perhaps his best punch sequence.
Now, Ike doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to stay in there.
Oh, good uppercut from Tua. And that's what Tua can do. He can land that one shot that can turn a fight. IBEABUCHI.
This is a good round for IBEABUCHI.
It
really
sure
good.
is.
And just with the jab. That's a Larry Holmes type of round. You throw the jab, work the jab.
11th round here in Sacramento.
Right, you just have to be able to take it.
You have to be able to, exactly,
and the
to withstand it.
intangibles have come into play in favor of IBEABUCHI. He's taken the best shots. He's been able to return fire.
Combination from Tua now, and Ike does indeed return fire.
I just think it's too little, too late.
Look at this exchange. Tua with his power punching, but at the end of the 11th round, it was the left hook by Ike that got everyone's attention. And that's exactly what we've been detailing. He meets him punch for punch.
He answers him back every time. He takes all the play away.
Now they go swinging in the middle of the ring.
That's what they needed.
Look at this. Nice way to end it. Very, very active heavyweight fight.
As 1993 goes, a memorable fight. One thing I got to tell you that's a pleasure for me about this, as BOWE cuffs Holyfield with 2 overhand rights to start the fight. But George Foreman, a heavyweight championship fight. BOWE, all the action so far, and there's a hard right.
That you don't want that in a young fighter.
Holyfield steps in with a left to the side of the head and a right to the chest. BOWE lands a jab and a right hand.
His nose a little too early. He can swell up real easy.
BOWE sticking the jab. You notice, George, they used the in swell under both of BOWE's eyes between rounds.
Right hand.
And another left hook landed flush for Holyfield. And now BOWE tries to show off his in-fighting skills. It is Evander who throws combinations. Holyfield starting to go to the body. BOWE comes upstairs.
All because Riddick Bowe decides to clown with a real Olympic champion. You just can't clown with certain guys. And I think Riddick Bowe is anything but polished. He hasn't thrown one good straight right hand yet.
There may be blood beginning to emerge from BOWE's left eye. Holyfield lands a right on the target.
Yeah, with Muhammad Ali, I wasn't in shape, but I say I can whip this old guy.
BOWE may be hurt.
He is hurt.
BOWE is hurt.
Holyfield gunning for a stoppage here. It would shock the world. Riddick Bowe ridiculed Lewis for all the difficulty he suffered at the hands of Frank Bruno.
That's true.
Now he's getting a lot of the same from Holyfield, but that right hand may have turned things around.
Since that, once you start, it's hard to bleed in the cold weather.
And here comes Holyfield with some of the same mustard he brought before.
You know, Dick Gregory was surely an asset to his camp last time around. Dick
Hard
Gregory
left hook by Holyfield. And now all down his nose. And bound to affect the vision in the left eye. And Holyfield takes advantage with the right hand.
He's no doubt outboxing Riddick Bowe, but he should stay away from the slugfest.
Another left-right combination by Evander. And 3 more shots.
Holyfield should just forget trying to slug it out with this guy. Hurt him and get it out of the way.
Holyfield staying in, becoming a target. Double left hook by Bowe, maybe the first time in the fight. Holyfield comes back with 2 left hooks of his own and an uppercut. Infighting where Bowe may have the advantage.
Why Holyfield lays in there with that big man is a great mistake, although he's got muscles.
Yep. Trading and trading. Round 10, a bit of a lull now. Right hand by Holyfield inside, rocks Bowe back.
But he shouldn't try to go for the knockout. Just land the shot.
Holyfield leaning forward against the major power of Riddick Bowe. That uppercut and knocking Bowe's mouthpiece out with a left hook.
You remember, you talk about how polished he is, but he hasn't landed that good polished right hand that he has. And if he gets it, he can win this thing.
I think Evander Holyfield.
And surely Evander Holyfield believes in it.
Tries that counter right hand. Evander Holyfield has been waiting for that right hand all night.
10 seconds to go in the 11th.
He got him again. Got him again.
Tremendous right hand shots by Holyfield. Surely he believes in his heart, regardless of what's on those judges' scorecards, that he's 3 minutes away.
Just for the record, it seems improbable. Peter has 8 first-round knockouts, 15 of his 22 KOs within 2 rounds. But he has that great equalizer. 1-punch knockout power. That is something you're born with.
So far in this match, Tony is initiating more of the action, and I think he got hit with a nice left hook by Peter, but came right back below his waist. And Sam Peter, I'm sure, is thinking, I've got to be able to land this right hand. But no, look at 3 of them miss.
Freddie Roach very happy with Tony's jab in that first round. Tony with a big right hand. It landed upstairs, and how about that dance step afterward?
Usually he plants himself on those ropes and counters off there, but he's been good in the center of the ring.
Good left hook followed by a right by Sam Peter. Back comes Tony with a counter punch. Right hand, another right hand by Tony, a left by Peter.
Now here on the inside, you would think the bigger man who just took a right hand, Sam Peter, would be
10 seconds, gentlemen. Stop it.
Oh, that pesky skill stuff.
And, oh, what moves by James Toney. Counter punching. Many of Peter's punches are waving by James Toney. And Toney with a straight right hand to the head.
Toney, though, counter punching pretty well off the ropes here.
There's a right hand by Peter, sending Toney back to the ropes, but this is where Toney is so good, but he gets off the ropes. Peter misses with the right hand. Counter punch, uppercut by James Toney. Peter coming on, going for the chin, blocked by Peter.
Now, if I'm James Toney, nice right, I wouldn't throw a left hook from the outside and start off the action with that. That's when he gets countered.
Toney looking over here after that little flurry. Right hand by Peter. The first one connected, the second one missed. Oh, wow! To the top of the head of James Toney, holding onto the ropes for support. County Register, Doug Fisher, MaxBoxing.com, Steve Springer, LA Times. Clubbing rights by Sam Peter, his calling card, his trademark, then he goes to the body. That's
Raul Caiz told James Toney, hey, if you turn and he's punching, that's a clean punch. If you back your head into it and you're turning away, that's your problem. If
Toney feels the power of Peter, he would have to actually go after him. Oh, wow, that was a left hook to the body.
Body shot by Toney, then a straight right hand to the head by... And Peter may be running out of gas. Look at this series of shots by Toney. And now Peter, fatigued, leaning on Toney.
Nice right hand there by Peter on the inside. Let's see if that...
By Toney dancing around a little bit. More leg move, foot move by Toney. And we've seen in a long time. Right on the jaw of Peter.
These rounds are having the same pattern. They close round. Oh,
yeah, ooh, nice left hand followed by a right hand by Peter. First the left by Toney. And he was very concerned, but felt Raul Caiz Sr. was a capable rep and would stay on top of it. Right hand there that got the attention of James Toney, almost knocked him off balance. Peter jumps all over James. James slithers away, back to the ropes. Big overhand right by Sam Peter. Again, smothering James Toney. Toney trying to fight back off the ropes. Sam Peter looking to prove that he can beat a fighter of James Toney's caliber, go from contender to champion. Peter with a jab, doesn't follow it up. There's press row scoring. It's that close, one has it even. An entertaining fight, final 5 seconds. And that will do it.
That's it.
Sometimes. So it's like sitting on red alert here for Jim Watt and I, wondering when those bombs are going to explode. There it is there, just put him a clip around the ear of that to let him know what it was about. And that's twice he's unloaded the right hand. No effect yet. And these big swipes coming in from Witherspoon now. Fighting away well inside there, Bruno. That never used to be his game.
But Frank can keep it at long range, unload some of the bombs. We'll all get what we're hoping for.
But he's having to take some wraps around the head nonetheless. It's not all going his way.
But at all times, Witherspoon's going to be dangerous.
Oh, he took the left hook there and he's taken it well, Bruno, too. talks with his mouth open, Jim. That's not a question of tiredness like that. He's had a breathing problem for some time, I'm told.
Burning out with nerves, but he doesn't seem overly nervous tonight. Quite the opposite, he seems very confident. This is good work.
Is Witherspoon's game, the uncompromising stuff.
The only other time I've seen him was up in Birmingham, and he looked terrible that night. It was a non-title fight, obviously, he looked terrible. But he's not looking too good tonight either. He still has his wits about him, his eyes are looking clear, and he's still concentrating, but those were good punches.
We know Witherspoon stays. I assume Bruno does, but he's got to prove it. Now he's sticking to him like a barnacle. Certainly already taken quite a few. Don't do any good though, but he's not rocking with them. But he's piling in a lot now with Witherspoon. It's all the uncompromising stuff. Shaking his head there because he disagreed with that Witherspoon to the referee and looked at him again.
But kind of even rounds now. Nobody's really getting to grips with it the last couple of rounds. Experience comes in, steal a round in the last minute.
Oh, a good left hook there by Bruno. That's the first time I've seen Witherspoon visibly shake there. Oh, both landed their best shots together there. And it's Bruno who was hurt the most, I would think. He's got to try and grab and get his way out of trouble here. Oh, on the top of the head, the left hook. He's starting to go to pieces in the corner. And he's breaking up a bit now. And he's hitting him while he's down. He's got to get him up. He broke up in a similar way, Jim, than he did with Bone Crusher Smith. He was fighting so well that he got caught in a neutral corner, started to go, and at that point, as you say, the experience of the champion showed. He completely took over. But I didn't like the punches at all on the while he was down. The referee seemed to let him get away with that, but in fact the fight was over anyway, really, because Lawless had that compassionate act with the towel.
Those were tremendous.